Good morning to all. Today we are discussing a new chapter that is very interesting and you will like very much that system. Whenever we like to see images of our favorite dishes, we will feel very hunger and very eager to waiting, and our salivary secretions are created more and more, and we think that I want to eat that like that. Right. If we like many things, like only a junk food, we like very much faster than the normal dosa idli like that. But we, while choosing this much foods, our parents and our novels are saying it is not good for health. Like our parents suggest us to eat fruits and fresh vegetables like that. Here in this picture, there are the difference of the peoples who are taking the junk foods and who are taking the vegetables and the fruits. They looks like a very energetic and slim and fitness or there in the vegetables and fruit candidates, and who are all taking the junk foods, they are very obese and they getting diabetes and pressure like that, many clinical complications they will meet. I know you guys are now thinking why we are discussing this much things, these kind of things like that. But there is a relationship between the food intake and the system of the body. That is the digestive system. Okay, let's start our new chapter, that is digestive system. Whenever we are going to the new chapter, we want to know why we are studying that system in our body. That is, should be a important question. So, why we study the digestive system? To keep our body alive, we need to eat a food every day, and the digestive system is a collection of organs. It includes many organs that allows our body to break down the foods and to be used by the cells. So for that reason we should know about the GIT tract. GIT tract, in the sense, it is a alimentary canal. That canal, it includes the mouth to anal canal, mouth, epigastritis and gallbladder, liver, and the pancreas, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anal canal. This digestive system consists of parts of the body. It working together that helps turn food and liquids into a building blocks and fuel the body needs. These all the collective different organs which convert the macromolecules into a small protein or carbohydrate, and for our ATP it converts our energy needed substances. For that we take the food first. So in the taking food, in the sense, swallowing is the process and it is not a choking. Swallowing, in the sense, will take into through mouth, and where it enters into the mouth, it goes to the esophagus layer. For that, there is the gap is there in between the respiratory tract and the esophagus. It separates both of that. It is called as epiglottis. This is the flap of cartilage, like எலும்பு மாதிரி ஒரு substances closes the trachea when the swallowing of food, which travels down the esophagus. While we are taking to the food, it closes the trachea. Sometimes we feel food enters into the respiratory tract, we coughing like that, sometimes it happened. Next is the peristalsis movement. It is the involuntary muscle contraction. It moves the food to down to the stomach. There is a two way of digestion follows the mechanism. One is mechanical, next one is chemical breakdown. While we are chewing a saltine, it means a food. While we are chewing a food, that happen into the tongue, which breaks the macromolecules, that is a mechanical breaking. Next one is the saliva breaking, which it is saliva, in the sense it contains many enzymes, so it is called chemical breakdown. And after that, your tongue breaking the pieces of the hammering apart, it is called as the mechanical. And fourth one is pepsin. Pepsin is inside the stomach, so there is a breaking in many breaking. It breaks very small micromolecules. that is pepsin, that it is located in the stomach area. This is a chemical braking system. In that alimentary canal, it means that GIT consists of the many layer. It is the mucosa, submucous, it is the smooth muscles. After absorption, the nutrients are used to be synthesized in the body constituents. They will provide the raw materials for the manufacture of new cells, hormones and enzymes, and the energy needed for these and other processes, and for that disposal of the waste materials it should happen. The activities of the digestive system can be grouped under the five main headings. There is a five main process are there. First one is ingestion. Ingestion in the sense we are taking the food to the alimentary canal. It means eating or drinking anything. Next one is propulsion. Propulsion in the sense propulsion in the it means pulling. It pulls down the foods into the alimentary canal. Next one is the digestion process. It takes place in the you will see in the previous slide. It includes the mechanical and chemical breakdowns that and all called as the digestion. After the complete breakdown and complete digestion, next one is the absorption of the micromolecules are there, energy molecules like that. This is the process by which the digested fruit substances passes through the walls of the sum of organs in the alimentary canals into the blood supply and the lymph capillaries for the circulation throughout the body cells. Next one is the after the absorption we should need to eliminate the waste product. Our food substances that have to be taken, eaten but cannot be digested and absorbed or excreted from the alimentary canal as feces by the process of defecation. In here there is a process, some of the food particles that is or not absorbed or that is not properly digested, that molecules are need to eliminate from our body. Otherwise it makes body toxic. For the basic in the digestive system, we should know about the what are all the organs which is involved in the digestion process. It starts from the mouth and it's end in the anal canal. It means the mouth and esophagus to stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. It is all collectively called as the digestive system. From here I finished the introduction part in the digestive system. If any doubt you can comment me at any time. Thank you for patient listening.